In the last class, we seen the parliamentary system, its features and its merits and demerits also. So in this class, we are going to discuss the reasons for adopting parliamentary system in India and the difference between Indian and British parliamentary systems. Okay. Coming to the reasons. First reason is familiarity with the system. The parliamentary system, which was established in India by the British people during the British rule, it means before independence, we got the parliamentary system by the British officials. That's why we adopted. Okay, and preference to more responsibility. According to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he said democratic executive must satisfy two things. One is a stability and another one is a responsibility. Okay, and it has not been possible a system which can ensure both in equal degrees. Okay, for example, in American system, it gives more stability, but not responsibility, and in Britain it gives more responsibility and less stability. Okay, so in India we recommending the more responsible to more stability. Okay, and third reason is need to avoid legislative and executive conflicts. Okay, it means there is a coordination and a cooperation between the legislative and executive is always responsible to the legislature. That's why there is a coordination between them, so there is a less scope for the conflicts between them. Okay, and next reason is the nature of Indian society. It means our India is a unity and unity in diversity. It means we have so many diversities on the point of religion, race, caste, etc. So India is a heterogeneous state, so there is a scope for the representation from various sections of the people. So it may be the increase of national spirit also. Okay, and in parliament there is a Swaran Singh committee which was appointed in 1975 by the Congress government for the purpose of presidential system. Is presidential system is good to India, and can we change our parliamentary system to presidential system? On this question, the committee was established by the Congress government in 1975, and it recommended there is no need of presidential system. Okay, so we are very comfort with our parliamentary system. This was the recommendation given by the Swaran Singh committee in 1975. Okay, and coming to the difference between Indian and British parliamentary system. Okay, so we adopted this large parliamentary principle from the British, but quite different from their pattern. Okay, so in India there is a republican system. It means the head of the parliament may be directly or indirectly elected. Okay, the president directly or indirectly elected. Okay, but in British there is a monarchical system. It means the head of the parliament is king or queen. His position is hereditary. Okay, and a parliament is not supreme in India due to some restricted powers and limited powers. Okay, because of the fundamental rights, judicial review, federal system. These are the features of which are restricting the power of the parliament. Okay, and in Britain the parliamentary system is based on the doctrine of sovereignty of parliament. It means the parliament is the supreme authority in the government. Okay, and a prime minister who is a member of any of the two houses in India. But in Britain, prime minister should be a member of the lower house. It means House of Commons. Okay, and in Britain there is a shadow cabinet which was appointed and which was formed by the opposition party in their parliament to balance the ruling party cabinet. Okay, and to prepare further or future office also. In India there is no shadow cabinet. Okay, and a legal responsibility of ministers is there in Britain, but there is no legal responsibility of ministers in India. Okay.